A very good morning, my dear students. So once again we are back here, and this is the first class after PT1. I mean the recorded class. Okay, let me start with the class. In the last class, in the sense the last chapter of PT1, we dealt with squares. What is a square? Suppose if I take a number and I multiply with itself. If I take a number 2 and I multiply with itself, it is 2 square. Alright. Now, after that we also did square root. What is square root? This symbol stands for square root. So this is 2. 2 into 2, 2 square, and root over 2. That is square root of 2 into 2 is 2. So square and square root. What is a square? When we multiply with itself. And what is a square root? Square root is just the opposite of square or the single digit. That single digit is the square root. They are opposite to each other. Now what will happen? My question is, now what will happen? Suppose, let me write this 2 once again. If I write one more 2, what will happen? I have written 3 2's. So that means I will write 3 here. Now what does this 3 mean here? It means the 2 is multiplied by 3 times. The 2 is multiplied 3 times. So therefore it is 2 to the power 3. And this is called 2 cube. I can say that 2 cube. So my dear students, today we will start with the chapter cubes and cube roots. Clear? So if you have understood square very well, then you can easily do the cube also. Cube is nothing but when we multiply the same number with itself 3 times. Correct? That is called cube. Now, the things are same, is almost same in cubes and square. Only the difference is that cube means 3 times, square means 2 times. Okay, now what was the basic idea of teaching you square? Or let me say, what was the objective of teaching you square? The square, when we multiply with itself, that means we can say that a kind of side into side, we were doing side into side. Side into side, let us say 3 into 3. Side 3 into side 3. So this side into side is nothing but area. Okay, this side is nothing but the area. Now what happens in case of cube? Let me take this 3 once again. 3 into 3 into 3. So this will become volume. Alright, that means suppose this is length, this is breadth. So what this will be? This will be the height, length, breadth and height. This is applied for 2-dimensional figures and this is applied for 3-dimensional figures. When I say 3 dimension, it means length, breadth and height. 2 dimension means length and breadth. Alright. Now in this case, length, breadth, heights are same. They are equal. Alright. So therefore this will be written as 3 cube. So 3 cube is nothing but you can say a volume of an object. So this is the objective of teaching you cubes and cube roots, to identify the sides and to find out the volume. Alright, so this was the objective of teaching the cubes and cube roots. So what was the objective? Objective to understand, or we can say that to understand the volume. To understand the volume, or to find out the volume having the same dimensions. Having the same dimensions. In this case, the volume will be length into breadth into height, but length, breadth, height, they all are equal, they all are same. So let me write the same example. 3 into 3 into 3. Suppose each side is 3 times. Each side is 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter. So this will become 3 cubic centimeter, or I can say that 27 cubic centimeter. So this is what we do cube. Why we do cubes? This is the objective is to understand, to apply in getting the volume or understanding the concept of volume. Clear? So this was the objective. Now let me straightway start with the class. Exercise 7.1. Now exercise 7.1, question number 1. Which of the following numbers are not perfect cube? Now for this you have to understand first 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, then 5 cube is 125, 6 cube is 216, 7 cube is 343, 8 cube is 512, 10 cube is 9 cube is 729, and 10 cube is 1000. Now if the unit place is 1, 8, 7, 4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 9, and it should be all multiple of zeros, okay, then there is a possibility of getting the cube. We can say that this number is a cube number. Now for example, the very first part 216. Now 216 we can easily say that it's a cube number. 216 is a cube number. Now the second question is 128. The second part is 128. What is the unit place? Unit place is 8. Here 8 is there. But is it a cube? Here 8 is there, here also 8 is there. But is it a cube number? Is it a perfect cube? Let us find it out. If I do the prime factorization, 2 6 this is 64, 2 6 2 4 then 2 16 2 8 2 4 then 2 2 This all you know very well. So what is 128 equal to? This is 2 cube here. Again this is 2 cube here. But the last is only this 2 is not cubed. It is not repeated with itself. So therefore 128 can be written as 2 cube into 2 cube into 2, and therefore 128 is not a perfect cube, because here cube is coming, here cube is coming, but here cube is not coming. So in this way you have to find it out whether it's a cube root or not. Correct? So this is what the cubes and cube roots all about. Clear? Now let me take question number 2. Find the smallest number by which the following numbers must be multiplied in order to obtain a perfect cube. Okay, this is the last question I will take. After this I'll stop. Now if I take this number, question number 2, 243. If I factorize this, what I will get? Let me start with 3 here. 381 ja, 324, 3 1 ja 3, then 327 ja, 3 9 ja, 3 3 ja. So 243 means cube, this is square. All right, so you have to find a number so that you have to multiply and make it a perfect cube. Clear? Now it is very clear, if I multiply one more 3 here, this number will become a perfect cube. So number to be multiplied. To make it perfect cube is 3. Correct? All right. So here the answer is 3. So this I have taken 2 questions. First, how to find out whether it's a cube or not. Then how to make that particular number to cube by multiplying. Okay, my dear students, these 2 questions I did today. You please go through it, and very soon I'll give you the homework in the Google Classroom. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.